Hi, everybody. Okay, so I contemplated whether to even address this topic because I wasn't sure it would be understood by everyone. Then I got thinking that probably the only people that would actually click into this channel are other starseeds or other ET souls like myself. So I decided it might be the perfect subject after all. It was a question I received asking why we are here. So I thought I would rant a bit about why we're here. I mean, it's a great question. So, why, in heaven's name, would awesome, intelligent, infinite, high vibrational beings from realms of startling beauty and peace choose to come here to this messed up planet of separation and chaos? Why would one who is free to zip among the stars choose to lower themselves, squash themselves into a dense 3D body of flesh, a body prone to aging and illness and pain? Why would an infinitely intelligent master of the universe voluntarily do this, taking a chance of forgetting who they are, or maybe even becoming caught up in a cycle of reincarnation, totally forgetting their true home and state of being? Why would a galactic being who has already reached a higher vibrational level, or even maybe even far beyond material limitations, ever choose to encase themselves in a physical body here on planet Earth? Why are we here? Well, first of all, for that very reason, to experience the physical, to journey through the world of the senses, to feel the nature of reality around you. One of my favorite things has been, although I haven't done this lately, but for example, hiking in a forest and smelling the dank, sweet fragrance of the damp forest floor, decaying leaves and plants, feeling the roughness of the bark of the huge trees surrounding me, to enjoy the strength of my legs as they hike up the hills, to hear the birds twittering in the trees, and maybe the scuttling of an animal running through the grasses, to watch the sunset from the top of a cliff overhanging the ocean below, and feel the cold mist enveloping my body as the light grows dim, and to know the sensations and emotions these moments evoke in me, feeling the beauty of my experience choke at my throat and the tears stream from my eyes. This is being alive in the physical. Of course, there's the other side of experiencing an earthly life that we all know and we're all aware of. The physical pain of a broken bone or arthritis or a toothache or even a scrape or a cut. Then there's the emotional pain of abandonment or loss, the heartbreak of a lost love, the unhappiness caused by a myriad of disappointments, the anger, the fears, the desolation of loneliness. So many miseries. And, strange as it seems, this is also why we choose to come here. Life. From a more spiritual motivation, we come to evolve, to grow our soul, to expand our consciousness, to learn. Life on earth is the fast track to the understanding of self-knowledge. Nowhere else are we going to get this same education. I mean, to start with, everything is here. The good guys and the bad guys, and the dangers and the pleasures. Where else are you going to go to fall in love and have a baby? To find that perfect partner? To eat too much? To smoke too much? To play too hard? Stretching yourself by setting goals of achievement in sports or other competitive activities, running faster and farther, winning a ribbon for some achievement you've worked really hard for. Then there's the idea of coming here as a test, to agree to losing your memory and having no idea you are this great high vibrational being, to see how you handle each challenge. This is a great place to watch our own reactions to each problem that comes along. How am I going to react during confrontation or disagreement? Or someone who simply doesn't like me for one reason or another. Am I going to take their hostility personally? Or am I going to be able to realize their jealousy or dislike is their own problem with something about themselves that they don't like? I remember having this exact thing come up for me many years ago. And it actually helped me to decide that one of the main things I wanted to achieve in this life was to be able to take it all in stride, to not react to situations, but to accept and deal with each situation from the realization that each challenge is in some way a gift, even if it doesn't seem so at the time. You know, that saying, nothing happens to me, everything happens for me. I want to be able to know that before I react. Okay, so from my perspective, the main reason that I and so many others have come here during this particular time on Earth is because of the shift in consciousness we've all been talking about for so many years now. Some call it the ascension. I've heard it called the event. Or like Dolores Cannon, she's talked about how there was a call put out to the universe to assist the Earth, for volunteers to come to help humanity during these transitional times, to hold a higher frequency, to assist mankind in the liberation of the planet, and what she called the coming of the new Earth. And I'm thinking that most of you who might be drawn to watch this or any of the other videos on this channel already have within you, if not a clear memory, a feeling or knowing that you are here for a reason, a job or a mission of some kind. I, for one, have always had a clear memory of how and why I came. And I'll share that in another video. But this is a hugely important and significant time to be here. I know it's crazy here, insane and bizarre right now. But, you know, we knew when we signed up for this, we knew what it was going to be like. Again, this is truly why we came. Are we stupid? No, we're not stupid. I guess one way you could put this is, most of you have probably heard something about the timelines being broken or fractured, and that the starseeds are here to heal the timeline, actually to create a new timeline, along with the highest possible future for us all. So, how do we do this? First, I feel we have to stand in our own power. We have to know clearly who and what we are. We have to give up being a fearful victim to the whims of the media and stand up for what we know to be right. We can feel it inside. It's almost as simple as just being who you are. You know, just being your authentic self, the self that sits at the core of your being. You know, the one who knows when you're messing up and making a stupid choice. The one you hear in the back of your mind telling you to forgive or let it go or don't do whatever. The one who remembers your own strength as an ethereal being. The one of your imagination that maybe you've never allowed yourself to really know. We have to allow ourselves to be magnificent. As a child, who did you want to be? Who were your heroes? Who did you most admire? For me, it was always the one who said no. In movies I watched as a kid, it wasn't, for example, Peter Pan I most admired. It was Tinkerbell. It wasn't Winnie the Pooh. It was Tigger. Because Tigger was always happy. Bouncy, trouncy, full of fun. My heroes were girls like Pollyanna or Jo in Little Women. Free spirits. One who stood up to authority. I read all of the Nancy Drew books. Nancy, who was always doing exactly what her father, Carson Drew, told her not to do. But she would solve these great mysteries. I also loved Anne of Green Gables. Nothing could bring her down. Or Laura Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie. I admired the one who was different than the rest. Not necessarily the prettiest or smartest, but the kindest. The one with a heart of gold. the one with the naturally happy, perky disposition, the one who didn't let the world crush her, the one staring out the window during school, or getting sent out into the hall because I couldn't stop giggling. This is how we discover or rediscover our true self before the world took it away. Why are we here, starseeds? To elevate the collective consciousness, to be who we are in the middle of craziness, to help by manifesting peace and joy and love and abundance, to see the beauty in everything, in every moment, to enjoy life. How does this help? It helps by raising the frequency of everything around us. One person, one soul can make all the difference. To focus on a favorable outcome. Be an optimist. Why not? It's better than the alternative and adding to the mayhem. To be a positive role model, to teach through example, to share hope and goodwill. If we want to see this shift happen, we first have to be that shift ourselves. We are the ascension. We are high vibrational and multidimensional spiritual beings who are here to bring that brilliant vibrance into the physical and shine. It's as simple as that. Each one of us to lift all of humankind to a state of oneness and love. So there you go. That's my rant for the day. See ya.